I should read the dark half.
It's really good.
I thought it was about a kid.
No.
It's
also about a kid, but
that kid is also an author.
Yeah, it's something about... I think the biggest plot point that I could tell you is a huge spoiler. Like,
all right,
how
don't
the
do
kid
that,
relates
then.
to the author. So I'm not gonna... What? What do you mean, what the fuck?
Sorry, I'm looking at levels.
Okay, I thought you were saying like that was a spoiler that I just told.
Well, it was a spoiler that you told me that there was a spoiler?
Yeah. You know, the non-spoilers. Like...
Anyways,
like when people tell you, "Don't worry, there's not a twist for me to spoil." Like, oh, thanks. Now
exactly.
Now there's no fucking twist.
Or like, there's a huge twist, but I'm not gonna tell you. Well, now I'm just sitting there looking for the fucking twist.
Yeah. Like, if I haven't seen, don't talk to me about a movie I haven't seen, unless like it's literally nothing related to the plot,
man.
or about how what you're saying isn't related
Okay,
to the plot.
speaking of spoilers and Stephen King, I have to bring up Chris French.
Oh, didn't he? He spoiled the Stephen King for you.
He has spoiled,
but also Harry Potter, right? Tell that fucking Harry Potter story.
He spoiled Stephen King's It. He spoiled Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and he spoiled Final Fantasy VII for me. Final Fantasy VII, he spoiled so cleanly. I didn't even realize it was such a spoiler. Because
he just said it without it being a thing.
I never played Final Fantasy VII before. I hadn't even heard of the game. This must have
been years ago.
It was years ago, yeah. It was 99, 2000, maybe 2000, maybe 99. Who fucking cares?
Right.
Doesn't matter.
God damn it.
But I didn't have a PlayStation, so I never even heard of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And I also didn't have a Super Nintendo.
Right.
And so I'm just playing through the game, and I'm like, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. And it got to the point where you meet Aeris.
Yeah.
And you can name all the characters in that game. And the thing was, up until that point, I had been naming all the characters after my friends. And I was like, who should I name this after?
Which is the thing that kids do that is dumb and just do the right name.
I don't know. It was fun. I was a kid. I was having fun.
I mean, it's fun as a kid. But even as a kid, I never, named my Pokemon.
Why not?
I just they already have names.
I didn't either. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true, because when you were a kid, you were way into the Pokemon names also.
Yeah.
You were just like, this is Bulbasaur. He talks by saying Bulbasaur.
His name isn't
Leafy.
Leafy. Stop it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
No, wait. One more thing to sidetrack you again. Nothing made me more angry when you traded with an in-game trainer, you traded your Machoke for their Graveler to get a Golem, and now you had a Golem named Rocky.
Oh yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got to the point where I got Aeris into my party so I could name her, and immediately it's just like, oh, don't name her anyone you like because she dies. And I'm just like, and I was just like, oh, thanks, dude. and then it didn't dawn on me till later. I'm like, that was a fucking huge spoiler, and you ruined that moment for me. And then Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. So then it's this huge chip on my shoulder that I never got to experience that game the right way.
That totally sucks.
Though, you know what I've always said? Man, I guess
that asshole knocked me over. You see that fucking shit?
I don't know if that is really what happened.
No, some asshole knocked me over.
I know we were just talking about people mentioning spoilers in itself being a spoiler, or twists or whatever.
Yeah.
But I get it's Final Fantasy VII has been out for a long time, but I think it's funny that everyone always talks about Aeris dying as the big twist in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
When actually there's a way bigger twist that actually has way bigger story ramifications, but no one ever mentions it because the Aeris thing has so much more attention.
Right.
I just thought it's funny.
Well, tell the story about him spoiling Harry Potter, because that kills me every time you tell it.
So it's crazy.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's like I know that he's not doing it on purpose. I know that he doesn't get it.
But that's what's so brilliant about it.
It seems like there's no other way that it could have happened. What's up with that he was how can I fucking ruin this for Kyle?
Oh, I skipped the thing.
Oh,
hold on.
And I'm sure it was so vital.
No, I'm going back.
All right.
So there was...
Do the soft reset.
I tried.
Oh.
It's not working. But, yeah, so... Spoilers for Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, but I apparently... I assume...
That book came out 5 years ago.
I assume anyone knows has already played it. But this was 2 months after the book had come out, but I hadn't read it yet. And my friend John...
And let's be clear, you're a huge Harry Potter book fan.
I was, yeah, sure.
At that time, were you?
My name is Mario.
Yeah. But I mean, it was there were so many years in between the books, and you change so much as a person, as a kid, that like by the time each book came out, I almost felt like I'm over Harry Potter. And then I went and read the newest book, and I was like, actually, this is still the greatest thing ever.
Well, that's because the people in the book changed too, Kyle.
I don't get the.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyways, Harry Potter books are brilliant. Anyways, so my friend John linked me to a T-shirt that says, you know, like Dumbledore dies on page 534. I just saved you $30 in 4 hours or whatever. And I was just like, dude, I haven't read the book yet. And he's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you had. And then he was like, but the good thing is you don't know how he dies. Yeah, you don't know how he dies, so that's still like a thing you can look forward to. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm relaying that story to Chris, saying like, yeah, so then he showed me this shirt and it spoiled it for me, but I still don't know how he dies, so that's still like a thing. And he's like, oh, Snape kills him. I'm like, what? Not even a moment's hesitation. Just like, oh yeah, like you don't know.
So who did the first spoiler? Who is that?
John Davies.
Oh, John Davies. Special guest John Davies.
Special guest John Davies. I just think it's so funny. It's like he doesn't even understand. To be clear, Chris French is a super nice guy. I'm not trying to shit on him, but I just think it's so funny how it's like he doesn't even understand what a spoiler is.
Yeah.
It doesn't even occur to him that someone might not want a thing spoiled.
Oh man, I live in a world where I really almost never get anything spoiled for me.
So, all right, I'm gonna spoil Stephen King's It a little bit.
Go for it. That book has been out for 3 decades. I'm sure if anybody wanted to, they could have.
Hey, but you never know.
I'm gonna take that back because like people turn the age where that becomes an appropriate book to read every
I was gonna
year.
say, like, I read it like 25 years after it was published.
Yeah.
So fuck me, god damn it.
Like, cause I hate when people go like, it's okay for me to spoil like The Godfather because that movie's been out for so long. It's like, yeah, but I only saw The Godfather a couple years ago.
New people are born every day.
I know. And also, by the way, Godfather not so great.
Ooh. I cannot speak. I have not seen The Godfather.
Yeah, that's I never saw Godfather 2 or 3.
Yeah, people say 2's better. People say 2's better though.
Yeah, but people say Terminator 2's better.
I know, right?
Also, haven't seen Terminator 1, 2, or 3.
Well, you should see Terminator 1.
Yeah, I have weird gaps in my film knowledge. I feel like we talked about this.
Probably.
My weird gaps in film knowledge. Like, cause I am a movie buff, right?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Chris. It.
Oh.
Yeah, you said mild spoils for It.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just say this. It was like he was like, "Oh, I finished It last night" or something like that. And what I think you just go. It was like one of those things where he was just like, man, like the thing when you finally find out what it is like crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to know, so don't tell me. It's a giant fucking spider thing. Like, I guess it's so hilarious to me, like just the complete lack of any gap between asking not to be told, like, okay, so seriously, don't tell me. It's a huge spider. It was like I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Were you on an instant messenger service?
No, it was like right next to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I could, like, the argument could be made, like, you typed in, I don't want to know, and he was already typing in, like, it's a big giant spider thing. Man, I like It and what Stephen King did with what it is.
I don't know if I like.
There's with the dark. I know as it pertains to the Dark Tower specifically.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. I like the Dark Tower a lot, but
Dude in the House.
I don't know if you read It.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, you read it.
I read it.
Yeah,
I'm a Redditor.
I know. I'm just gonna, you frequent Reddit.com.
I do not. I don't actually.
There's this thing. There's a specific thing that happens at the end of It. It's fucking weird.
Fucking super weird, right?
Fucking super weird.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
There's a lot of maybe not. Is it a sex thing?
Yeah.
Stephen King does a lot of weird sex things. Like in the beginning of literally the very beginning. This isn't a spoiler. Like one of the main characters practically just gets raped.
At the beginning of It?
At the very beginning.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great book though.
Chaos.
Robo Chaos.
Beverly does.
Oh, you're talking about Chow's, right? I don't know the characters in It anymore.
The red-haired girl that everybody always loves.
Oh, so the one that they ran a train on at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that character lives by the end of the book.
Yeah. I know.
What did you say?
Never mind.
I maybe I didn't misheard what you said.
I said they ran a train on her. Do you not know what that means?
Yeah, no, I thought you meant that they ran her over.
No.
Like, oh yeah, the character that gets killed by the train at the end of it. The movie about a train.
But I just love how there's like the thing going on in the present as they're adults, and then there's the thing happening simultaneously as they're kids. I think that's
there's like a lot of weird anti-Stephen King like lit majors and stuff. What?
Okay, I'm sorry. So I had this girl in my house.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And she is totally one of those like snob assholes with their books and her.
But I'm that way too. But like not
worse, way worse than you though. Like way worse. And I have a bunch of Stephen King books, and like even though I don't know, like I was way into Stephen King in high school, and he has a shitload of books. So I just have a ton of Stephen King books.
Yeah.
And I just have them like not even like in my like room or whatever. I have like by the door. There's like a bookshelf, and there's a whole row of bookshelf is Stephen King.
Yeah.
And like she like walks as I'm like leading her. Fuck.
Yeah.
As I'm leading her out the door, she kind of like stops, and she's like, she just stares at it and has this like awful look on her face, and she's like, "That's a lot of Stephen King books." Not the same, like not even a day later, I get a text from her coming out of The Expendables saying that it was legitimately her new favorite movie of all time. The fucking Expendables is her favorite movie of all time. She was shitting on Stephen King books.
If you'll pardon my French, Kyle. Sounds like a stupid cunt.
Yeah, she is.
Well, here's the thing about Stephen King. Like I said, like a lot of weird lit English are not fans of Stephen King, but like.
You know, at that level, way easier when you're not holding a conversation with someone.
True.
When you're actually paying attention to what you're doing.
I totally believe you. But, like, the thing about he's really good at telling stories. Like, that's his thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to Stephen King to find symbolism and stuff.
Exactly.
All he's doing is telling you a story.
And here's the thing. It's like, he tells a story in a really weird way. Like, he doesn't plan... Like, what's so insane about him is, like, how he's so prolific. Like, he can, like, he doesn't plan his stories at all.
He's had, like, 80 books. They're all bestsellers, and almost none of them are straight up bad. Like,
the only Stephen King book that I've read that I'm like, that book is bad, is The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
And that's about sports, so...
It's not really, but...
Well, Tom Gordon is a sports dude, right? He was a Red Sox player or something.
But it's just a bad book. But,
also...
But I think what's interesting is he just makes a premise for his books, and then he just writes.
Yeah.
And, like, he has no idea what's going to happen in the story.
Right.
Which means that most of his books begin much stronger than they end, to be fair, but also they're completely impossible to predict.
Right.
Which is at least fun from, like, a...
Do you find that they begin much stronger than they end?
Yeah.
I haven't... I mean, there are a few that is true.
Like The Dark Tower.
Really? I thought the end to The Dark Tower was incredible.
The end to The Dark Tower, I think I like for how totally insane it is.
I think it's great.
Well, I mean, most of what I like about The Dark Tower is how totally insane it is, so I guess that's fair.
And I want to say that my least favorite of there's 7 books in the Dark Tower series.
Yeah.
And I want to say that my least favorite of them is the 5th one.
Fourth for me.
Is that Wolves of the Call is the 5th one?
Yeah. What? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to reread Wolves of the Call.
Yeah. I always want to read, that's the one that I haven't read more than once.
I get what he was going for.
Yeah.
You know, he was...
I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of tough because, like, each book in the series...
Which one is the 4th one? Remind me of...
Wizard and Glass. It's the one where most of it is... It's
most
like
of it is a flashback.
It's the longest book in the series, almost. It might be the second longest.
No, it's the third
And it's
longest.
like 80% flashback.
The Wolves of the Kala.
Wolves of the Kala is longer than Wizard and Glass?
Yeah, Wolves of the Kala is a lot longer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then the last one, Dark Tower, is longer.
For like 20 years, Wizard and Glass was by far the longest.
Yeah, because this is the weird thing about that series is that he wrote the first 4 in the 70s, and then didn't write another one until like.
Oh no! Each one he wrote was like 8 years apart or something. Not that many, but it was like 5 or 6 years apart. The first 4, and then he got hit by a van and went, "Oh my God, I could actually die. I should finish the Dark Tower," and then he wrote the last 3 all in a row.
Because those are like, they're my favorite, and they're also definitely his most important books. Like without those books, the universe where his other books exist in don't make as much sense.
So if anyone doesn't know what the Dark Tower is, I mean, just not to get super into it, but just what's interesting about
it. All right, let's get super into it.
They canceled the movies.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, Tales.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about it is it's just super meta, and it basically like.
You want me to so you can concentrate?
It involves the metaverse.
Yeah, it involves
and so
the Dark Tower.
All his other, basically, it ties together like every other book he's ever written.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So the basic plot of the Dark Tower, like of the series as a whole, is there's a Dark Tower, and it's hard to It is so hard to get to.
It's the heart of the universe.
Right.
It's like a heart of darkness.
It's a tower that binds the universe and every other universe together.
Every plane of the universe. Every plane of the multiverse.
Every possible reality together.
Yeah.
And there's a dude named Roland, and he has to fucking stop somebody from destroying.
He is the last of the gunslingers.
He's the last of the gunslingers.
Who are like knights, but with pistols.
Yeah. And
so, greatest thing.
Right. And so he has to try to stop somebody from destroying it. But because...
Or is it even...
Because in that book, it ties together all the universes, it also kind of ties together almost every single other book that he's written too that has really small or sometimes really big connections to the Dark Tower itself. Like, there are characters in the Dark Tower that are straight up out of, like, Salem's Lot.
Yeah. And then sometimes it'll just be, like, a word or two.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll, like, meet in passing a character from another book that does, it's like, hey, what's up?
But what I think is like, I think what the fucking what?
Anyway, nothing gets me harder than connecting books to other books.
Yeah.
Like overlapping universes, I fucking love it. Sweet.
I think the Dark Tower's biggest weakness is also one of its biggest strengths, which is that all the books are so totally like disjointed and like he said he had a whole plan for how the series would go after he wrote the first one,
and it didn't go that way at all.
And then he lost the outline.
Yeah.
And then just had
after like 3 of them had been written that way too.
No, only one.
Only one. I thought it was like the first 3. Okay.
It was just the first one, and then he had to throw that completely out, and then. It's basically like he's gone into each one having like no idea what he wanted to do with the story, but then in a way it almost goes with the theme of the universe, because the universe is going crazy and falling apart also.
Man, what do those crab things say?
Data chick. Dumba chum.
Data chum.
All right.
That was man. Like, he's just like a really good writer. Right? Like, he just writes things real good.
Yeah.
Like he manages to make things super interesting.
He shits gold.
No, he's not. He doesn't shit gold. Like, I just mean he just sits down and writes, and it's like interesting. Yeah.
It's like pretty good.
It's weird because his biggest influence was H.P. Lovecraft, who is one of my favorite authors of all time. Who I think is I like H.P. Lovecraft stuff more than I like a lot of Stephen King stuff. And like H.P. Lovecraft stuff clearly has like moral implications and real world meaning and application and symbolism. And Stephen
King's just like, what if there was a thing that killed a thing?
Stephen King took all the interesting story stuff, like all these really great story ideas and really horrifying concepts, and was like, what if I didn't have to tie this to anything?
Oh God, gee,
So it's a lot.
Keith, I'm fucked.
You got it.
Keith, I'm fucked. Keith.
Got it.
God, jeez, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
I was going crazy for a second. I had no rings, and I thought that it meant I was one hit away from dying.
Oh,
I
is that
had
what
the
you
health
were? Is that
bar.
why you were freaking out?
Yeah.
Anyway, does that make sense? Like, I feel like the way I just put it kind of
I
shits
feel
on Stephen King.
basically what you're saying is that there's no deeper meaning to Stephen King's work.
Right, but because of that, he can just fucking write stuff and it's good. Like, he doesn't have to get all Charles Dickens and make everything
feel you.
about British class systems.
Charles Dickens.
I read every Charles Dickens book, Kyle.
Really?
I really don't like that guy as an author.
That
makes me
How many
really
books
mad.
does he have?
He has like almost.
Why have you read them all?
To make sure that I'm not wrong. It's the same reason I've listened to every fucking Radiohead album. Like, if I'm gonna talk shit about these things, I might as well consume all of it. Like, it's like the
Gotta do better next
I'm trying to think of an example. Like I
can't. I don't have that kind of wherewithal to do something like that.
yeah, like it's like if
wherewithal Asperger's.
no. It's kind of like if I have to say I don't like a really popular thing,
You wanna
I
make
have
sure you
to
don't
I have
like
to
it?
make sure that I'm right.
Are you gonna do that for Skrillex?
No. Well, that's different. I'm not gonna listen to every song of an entire genre because I don't like dubstep. I'm not gonna
Well,
listen to every
Skrillex isn't a
dubstep
genre.
song. Is it? Isn't it?
Right after I said that, I'm like, that was a fucking lob.
Welcome to Chow World.
That was an underhand
But I've
straight
listened
to
to
him.
a good amount of Skrillex.
I know. I'm just.
But like, when a thing has a certain amount of respect and has
Like
a certain amount of
Skrillex.
popularity. No, like Charles
I
Dickens
know.
or like
I'm
Radiohead.
fucking. I get it.
I get it. I get that you get it.
Hold on. We're gonna pause for a few minutes so that I can let my chat wake up.
We'll fast forward through all this.
No, I'm just gonna leave it here for 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll fast forward, you dumbass. Christ, Keith.
Fuck you.
God, you are so dumb sometimes. Get your kid away from my kid. If your kid ever comes near my kid again,
My kid is so boss.
I'm gonna tail whip him in the face.
You should see if you can beat my time for Stump Valley 2.
I'll beat the shit out of your time, okay? He's awake!
Aw. See him stretch like a little baby? He's fucking pleased as punch. Look at him.
Please, this punch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Real quick, well, because we most recently talked about Stephen King, I do want to recommend his most recent book.
Well, you already did that.
On the thing?
Yes.
11/22/63. It's really good.
We had there was like 15 solid minutes of you explaining the plot of that book.
Doubt it.
So you can go check
Yeah.
episode 50.
I also want to make it clear that by no means is he my favorite author.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do really
Who's your
enjoy reading
favorite
his books.
author?
My favorite author?
Herman Melville.
Herman. No, not Herman. I've actually never read any Herman Melville. I really
Harper
like.
Lee.
I do like that one book she wrote because she only wrote a book.
Yeah.
So I can't.
That's
How to Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books, but I can't say that she's one of my favorite authors because she only wrote the one. So.
But if it's your favorite book?
It's not my favorite book.
Well, there you go. Easy decision to make. Is it your favorite book? Yes or no?
No.
There you go.
No, my favorite author. Done. So I
Lock it up.
lock it up, lock it down. My favorite Ernest Hemingway is up there. I really like Ernest
What the
Hemingway.
fuck did he write?
He wrote my favorite short stories called Hills Like White Elephants, and it's really good.
God, you are such a fucking nerd.
What? Just because I like the short story Hills Like White Elephants by Ernest Hemingway. I also really like H.P. Lovecraft. I know that there's a lot of people on the internet that are like, Cthulhu, yeah, but have also never read a single word of Lovecraft. It was super worth
Keith,
it.
would you
He's
like to play
great.
Cthulhu dice after we're done recording?
Yeah, sure. I thought you didn't have it. I thought you only had zombie dice.
No, I have Cthulhu dice.
Oh, okay,
but you need
well.
3 people to play it.
Oh, yeah. Let's play Cthulhu dice. Let's not.
I just said we can't play it because we only have 2 people.
We can play zombie dice.
You
with
haven't
2
even
people.
been listening. Yeah, you can play zombie dice with 2 people, and you should at all times.
Yeah, it's great. Well, let's do that.
I got to introduce another person to zombie dice recently, so that was
Who?
cool. I was over at Mark's house, and he had
Mark Maron?
Yeah, I was over at Mark Maron's house, and he had some friend over that I had never met, and
Todd Glass.
He's
He's gay now.
he had Todd Glass over. He was talking about how he's gay, and course,
He's not gay. He's
course
fucking
record.
Todd Glass.
Yeah. And it was like, I was like, all right, it's time to, we had like some beers and whatever, and then I was like, time to pull out the game, and the friend was just like, what game? And I, it's like brought out like a cup with a picture of a zombie on it. I'm like, fucking zombie dice.
Yeah.
And this dude's just like, what?
Did he enjoy it?
Of course he enjoyed it. It's
great.
impossible to not
Man,
enjoy
when we
zombie
went
dice.
to when we went to PAX East 2011,
Game of the show.
game of the show, zombie,
Zombie
dice.
dice.
We fucking like PAX East is like it's 50% the greatest thing you'll ever see, and 50% waiting in line to see that stuff. So like we just played zombie dice in every line.
No line for zombie dice.
No line for zombie dice. And then, but like, not only would we play zombie dice in every line, we played zombie dice in every line watching everybody else in the line playing zombie dice. Because like a couple days before PAX East, they Penny Arcade guys put up a Penny Arcade TV episode of them playing and endorsing zombie dice.
I think it was actually a few months.
It was a couple months. And like as soon as the show started,
Look at this, by the way. I'm fucking killing it.
You're fucking killing it.
I'm blowing your score away right now.
Yeah, you totally blew me.
Yeah. From behind. Look at that.
Yeah, it was nice.
By the way, a person in the forum said that your Chow actually did like slightly better than mine, and that he was wrong.
No, I did.
Oh, I unlocked a thing. Dude, you are so done. You are going way down in this Chow competition. You are
fucking
fucked.
Doubt it.
You are fucked.
What I need to do is I need to get as Robotnik, get a Chow box, because that's how you really rack up the points.
What?
Get a Chow box.
Robotnik?
Yeah, because the robot levels you get way more chaos drives than anything else.
Do you?
Yeah. Like
well, you can only hold 10.
Well, then you get 10 instead of
You always
half.
get 10.
Do I?
Yeah. Oh, you don't, because you suck.
Exactly.
See, that's the thing. It's like when I suck at these levels now, I can't tell. It's like, is it because, like, did I do way worse than I did on the GameCube version? Is it because there are things about the Dreamcast version that make it harder and worse?
Yeah.
Is it just because I'm talking? Is it like a combination of both of those things?
Tell Sonic to meet you back at the research facility.
My favorite book might be The Hobbit.
Keith, Amy is under. Man, you're so wrong.
I like The Hobbit as a book way better than the Lord of the Rings books.
To be fair, I'm not 100% on the events of The Hobbit, but that's because
To be fair, you haven't read any of those books, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you didn't read them.
I read The Hobbit, and I read Fellowship of the Ring, and I read half of The Two Towers. But, this is the one. This is the hardest Knuckles level.
Yep.
But I played it for so long on the GameCube version. I know I'm going to totally jinx myself, but I feel confident that I at least am familiar with enough of the Emerald locations to do okay.
Sure. Why don't you think that? Why do you think that I'm wrong and that The Hobbit is not the best of the four Lord of the Rings books?
Well, here's the thing. It's like I remember it being kind of boring, and I remember the events being kind of like ambiguous to me, and that's because every time I've read it, read in quotes.
Every time you go to Reddit,
because it's been every time I go to Reddit for The Hobbit, I listen to the audiobook between the floating containers. So okay, I know exactly where that is. r/Hobbit r/JRR.
I've never been to Reddit on purpose. The only time I've ever been on Reddit is when something links to
It's cool.
Reddit.
It's cool. I spent over the summer when I got back into watching StarCraft, I spent a lot of time on r/StarCraft.
The thing about Reddit is that the only thing that I really know about it are Rage comics, and I could do without all of those.
Yeah, I spent a couple nights on the Rage comic forum for some reason. I don't know. It was enthralling.
Yeah.
Some of them,
when I started reading them, I couldn't stop because I was like, these are almost of a quality that's acceptable. Surely there has to be one. So I read them for probably 3 hours in a row one night. Maybe...
what is going on here?
I get them, and I get why they're appealing, but also I don't like them at all. Does that make sense? I'm trying to not sound like... I'm trying to sound like I'm not shitting on it, but it...
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You don't like Rage comics. Whatever.
I don't like them.
What I like about them, what I find interesting about them, is that they are such a product of the internet. It's
that's true.
because it's how people take these sort of like pre-made bits and like kind of fit them all together like Legos to.
Yeah, I think that's what I find like disconcerting about. Like, I don't like having to see that face over and over again.
It's true.
Because I think that it's an ugly face that I don't want to be.
Yeah,
looking
that
at.
makes sense. But it's just. I find internet culture like that so fascinating. How it's like there's this whole phenomenon about
It's
people.
kind of like in LA where you can take a gang tour and look at the LA gangs. Like, I don't want to be a part of that culture, but I also kind of don't want to be a part of the culture. Like, look at that fucking weird stuff that people are into.
Between the inverted blue tower and the blue steel.
All right, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I was just there's the thing. I was just saying, I think it's really interesting the way the internet, like with internet memes and stuff, I think it's really interesting when it's like, you have all these things, it's really easy to like take memes and brush them aside as like people being totally brain dead and uncreative.
Yeah.
But I think
sometimes memes can be hilarious.
I think
but
there's an entire art form to taking these pre-made ideas and like using
them hilarious.
and using them in a way that is smart and hilarious.
Right. I still am not tired of the tested.com will come face meme. I'm still not tired of that.
Did you see that happen live?
Yeah.
The lock.
Yeah, I watched almost all of the.
That was so ridiculous.
Oktobercast.
They had a lock picking competition to see who could pick the most locks in 10 minutes or something. They brought like 50 locks, like just so we don't run out. And it was like Will got like 1 and Norm got 2.
But here's the thing: is that like they were practicing on other better locks, and then they bought
shitty locks
so that it would be easier and they could get more done.
Those don't taste good on a bagel.
They were so shitty that they were actually harder to crack. So word of the wise: if you're looking to get a padlock, get a really shitty padlock because no one can crack those.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, because like the mechanism inside isn't stable enough.
It's fucking bad.
Is it weird that they have like chaos imitation enemies?
Yeah.
I can see why they were like, be fucking cool.
Same thing. How they have like gamma enemies.
Yeah.
I think it's super weird, but I think also.
But I'm also not against it.
Yeah, I don't really care.
What were we talking about? Memes? I don't know. But anyway, during the lockpicking competition, one of the contestants, Will Smith, he was like really concentrated, and he had like his eyes closed and his head tilted back, and he was sticking out. He had like his mouth was partly open, and it looked like an O face.
Yeah,
Kyle, it looked like he was having an orgasm. And so
I'm aware,
and he's also prone to accidentally saying things that could be misinterpreted as sexual innuendo, and that like people will take that face and just overlay the things that he says, and that's funny because it's just like
sorry.
Because it's always funny because it's always a thing that he has said. But I think that's why it doesn't get old.
That's the thing is I saw a thread of people doing that, but with things that he hadn't said.
That's not.
And it was just like some of them were kind of funny.
Well, yeah, because some
of them it was just
funny.
like the least funny thing you could possibly. Like I couldn't even try to describe what it is. I couldn't like try to cobble together like an example of what it was because it was like.
Is the problem that
I don't think
subtle?
I'm being comic. I don't think I'm being cocky when I say it was like below my ability. It was like. Like it takes a really good actor to look like they're bad at something they're actually good at.
Yeah.
I cannot properly recreate what these things were because they were so.
Was it like
they were so intensely unfunny?
Is it the problem that they weren't subtle? Like they weren't innuendo. They were just like stating. I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like it's one of the ones with the weird
looking?
spiral background and the face in the middle and half the text on the top and half on the bottom.
You know what I figured out?
Is it just like I want a cock in my butt? Is that all that they were?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And just things that were like way too long and just I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was practically a novel. And now I realize I was on top of the steel.
Don't you think that's kind of exaggerating a little bit, Kyle? That it was practically a novel. Don't you think that's going a little bit too far?
No, you didn't see this one. It was multiple pages.
It's a novella at best. I like James Joyce. He's one of my favorite authors.
I have confirmed that I am definitely taking longer than I should because I'm not paying enough attention.
Yeah. I mean, this is riveting stuff, what we're talking about. We're talking about memes, we're talking about the internet, we're talking about how it relates to us.
We're talking
how it changes us.
Modern times. Evolving culture.
Changing us, changing the world around us, shaping
the new
people.
millennium.
Dicks and
the
butts.
digital era. Cyberspace.
Cyberpunk.
Cyber Worlds.
Airships. We both ran out of words at the same time, and now we've got nothing. Unless you're just concentrating.
Concentrating so fucking hard.
All right. Well,
This level's not.
what was your original point about memes, Kyle?
Oh, I
Because
said.
I interrupted you with the
No,
Will
I
Smith
said it.
thing. Okay.
I said. I think.
Just that it takes somebody that like it's an actual skill to be able to use a meme
Yeah,
correctly.
I think it's
and
the-
a lot of people just don't.
I
have
think
it.
it's easy to sell memes off as being totally creatively brain dead, but I think there's a whole creativity and art to using them effectively.
Yeah, and that's true. It's kind of like it's a more palatable version of hip hop sampling other songs.
Whoa. What is that? Oh, it's like a seal. I think that was supposed to be on the floor.
Does that analogy make sense?
It's like
It's like hip hop sampling other.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, where like a lot of times that is done in a way where I'm like, I just want to listen to that original song, but sometimes I'm like, no, this is fucking good.
I gotta look for a chow crate.
Do you have to though?
Yep. I guess I don't, because my chows are so much better than your chows. It doesn't even matter.
What you need to do is end this goddamn level.
I guess. I can't. I'm also looking for TV visions, and I don't see any of them.
Tabloids.
Check out this thing, though. Look, you can see its footprints. Ah.
Yeah, this is what I remember doing the most in the.
Hey. Check me out, right?
Check me out. No, seriously, check me out.
That's what I was just about to say. What's check me out from? That's right. Oh, penguin.
What I was gonna say is that this is what I remember doing the most in like 2-player Sonic Adventure 2.
What?
Is
Dick?
this level?
No, there's a battle that takes place in this level that you can do.
Like a fight? If it's like
Shadow of a floating tank.
wait, Shadow's here?
Uh-oh. No one told me there'd be shadows.
But yeah, this is what I did most.
Prime told me there's be days like this.
Crime did? Who did? What?
Prime
Prime.
is on the
OP.
first episode
Optimus
of
Prime?
Transformers. OP, yeah. Every time someone references the OP, I'm like, you're talking about Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime said that, right?
Yeah.
It's closer.
No, it's underneath it.
Oh,
Dig.
oh. You're smart.
Yeah, shadow of a floating tank.
Smart kid.
I got a head on my shoulder. Someone told me that once.
I found him.
Found the shit out of those things, man.
Yeah, you did. Only took you 8 minutes. 8.5 minutes.
Fuck off.
I have to try harder.
You gotta try harder, bro. Oh, you didn't die.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, then it took longer than 8.5 minutes. But it didn't take anywhere near as long as the last Knuckles level you did, or the Rouge level I did.